this base is just, it's going down, and I'm going down with this ship. And I cannot think of anything I can do to potentially save it. Yeah. I think this is gonna be goodbye. Yeah, this is potentially the end of our little colonization. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Uncomfortable Friends Saga. Today will be our final episode on this base. Our goal for today is to finish up full steam ahead. All we have to do is clear the block geo liquid vent to maximize the geothermal power plant's efficiency. And if we take a look down here, I did work a little bit off stream to try to cool this off a little bit. I did try some nice little ice temp shift plates to cool it down. It helped a good bit. It dropped it like 200-ish degrees. I got the pump up here going full steam ahead still. Most of our pipes have been run, but a lot of them are melting and turning into molten lead, which I am kind of curious to see. Let's see. We have 6 tons of molten lead. So we need to pump in 12 tons of liquid into this in order to completely get this setup done. So the temperature of this liquid needs to be over 178, so 180 degrees. Right now, we do not have many liquids at that temperature. We could use the metal refineries and upgrade those a little bit to maybe like some obsidian or ceramic, and then loop that until it heats up enough. But I was thinking, we have a bunch of molten lead and a very hot area down here. So what I'm going to do is take a storage bin, plop it right there. And then up here, I want to take a bottle drainer, take it like so, and I want to put lead in here at a high priority. And then our bottle drainer, we're going to set to molten lead to fill up this guy. And then we are going to activate this. Actually, we'll leave it disconnected for this moment. Okay, that should be enough. We're going to turn you off and at 5. And then we will deconstruct that. And we have 13 tons of lead there that should heat up pretty rapidly and melt. So I'm going to let that do its thing. And I am going to stick a temp shift plate. High thermal reactivity. We'll stick it like that to help kind of heat a lot of that up. And I want to stick molten lead in here, which should go straight into here. And then I'm also going to disconnect you, which no one can reach. So we may have to leave that one running for a minute. Other things I did off stream, I did uncover a water geyser. It's coming out at 95C, so I'm just kind of passively cooling an entire biome, essentially, and just letting it drip on down. We've pretty much used all the oil in this little biome. We could hook up a reservoir, but for right now, our oil levels are almost empty. We're just turning it into petroleum. The petroleum is overly full at the moment and backed up, so I'm not stressing that too much. I did also extend our cooling loop over to these guys to help cool off everything. And power-wise, we are doing good still. Getting a lot of hydrogen coming in. Not as much as I was hoping, but it is very consistent. And we might as well just run that the rest of the way while we're here. And apparently we have a bunch of water just kind of chilling out in our base. So we can get rid of that. The rest of our base is looking really good. We do have some mealwood down here growing. Our mealwood up top is not doing the hottest because of the body temperature. It's too cold to grow mealwood, but too hot to grow really anything else. So I'll let that sink in for a second. Just letting this turbine do its thing. Or this thermal aqua tuner. It is finally starting to chill a little bit better. Our sleet wheat is doing really good. We're almost back up to 200,000 for our food, so that is a good thing. And our water over here has been doing its thing, letting the liquid pump or the polluted water reservoir just fill up from our little pool slush geyser right here. And I believe we have the majority of the polluted ice picked up here. Just go ahead and give that another little sweep, I guess. And let's see. Grab that guy too. Why not? But we have a bunch of mercuries. But I think the molten lead is going to be our best bet. Why I think that? No idea. Just do. And then let's see. Our lead is at 112. Oh yeah, it's going up quick now. Once it hits about 200-ish, I'm going to snatch it. And we're going to mop all that. This will take some time. And then we're actually getting cold damage, surprisingly. Not 100% sure why. Unless it's overheat damage, which is very, very possible. These are made out of granite. Those should be okay. Ooh, that lead's moving. Yep, just mop it on up, Dexter. You're doing it, man. Believe in you. Come on, John. Look at you. Our mopping professionals. And then as soon as we get this going, it should be a little bit easier to cool it down. I would like to set up our automation in here, but it is still way too hot to do that. But our goal right now is not to fully automate this. Our goal right now is to cool it off and just finish these missions. I would love to have these done. Call it quits on this little series and maybe start a new game. Maybe try out the new prehistoric DLC, which I am slightly terrified of because of the rapidness that is the prehistoric DLC. Let me change you over to steel. So liquid temp there is 74. So we are going to have to get that up a lot. But luckily that temp I do believe equalizes out. And just keep on mopping away, everybody. And our steel buddy right here will hold on to molten lead at a super high priority. Hopefully we do have enough. I'm not sure if it melts down 1-to-1. But let's see, 413, 1300, 173, 11, 15. We're gonna be really close if not. Oh, don't just leave it there. Come on. I'm about to make it a red alert. So we're at 74. Why are you taking cold damage? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Plumbing. Insulated pipe made out of ceramic. Or would obsidian do the ceramic? Let's up the priority on that construction. Let's see. Okay, it's doing good. It's doing good. It's taking cold damage there for whatever reason. I don't know why it's getting cold damage, of all things. But none of it's actually made it there yet. Alright, so let's see if we have enough. I'm not sure how much they've brought up already. And then we are going to jump that back to a 9. We're at 74 degrees. I need to see that jump up drastically. Let me go ahead and make another one right there out of steel. That should double up the amount that they can actually do right there. I'll go ahead and throw in a few more of those. And we are losing our little vacuum right here because of the heat. So that could be an issue. Those are all going full force. We're at 112 at 20%. I don't know if this is going to be enough. We are definitely going to find out though. I'll see you guys when we are about full. Okay, everybody, we're at 93%, but before we get too much farther, I do want to try something a little different. These guys are scalding down here, unfortunately, but I want to try to push all this sour gas down, or at least the greater portion of it. This way, all of the steam has somewhere to go. Not sure how well it's going to work, but we're going to find out. And this will also allow us to make a better use of our steam turbines and just completely close this area off whenever it's done. So pressure's steady going up. That steam should hopefully kind of push everything off because we are going to have to super cool the area up here to make this work properly. So let me do a little more digging these ways. That way it's got a little more room to push. So I know this little bit right here is probably going to be hard to maneuver. Wish I could filter by gas types. And if we get some steam down there, it'll be okay. I'm not as worried about the steam as I am everything else. Sour gas is definitely going up. Oh, that's a lot of sour gas. And you know, I don't even know. It's a byproduct of highly heated petroleum. And then I think our little power plant up here pipe is blocked. Yeah, it's gonna stay blocked for a minute, unfortunately. Like, I think this little bit of sour gas in here, we'd be okay, but I'd rather play on the side of caution and try to get rid of the majority of it. And it's slowly moving over and down. Yeah, we're starting to get kilos in here now. Okay, let's block that off. We are at 93% with 200 kilos, 1700 kilos, 200 kilos. Our temp is good. Okay, so let's get that done real quick. And let's relocate you to there. Reconnect you. And then pop a new one there. But before we pop that new one, don't be doing it. Don't be doing it. We need that relocate at a oh no alert. And that should be more than enough. Okay, reactivating that vent. We got our lead. We will now pop a tile there. And rehook up this there. Because it normally takes them all 2 seconds to rebuild something. And that'll allow this area to be vacuumed out a lot more efficiently. So let's take a look. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Okay, now we're gonna deconstruct all of these. We don't want these anymore. And there we go. Completed geothermal power plant. My duplicants have successfully cleared the obstructed geovent. We can now maximize the full potential of this formidable heat and power source, and perhaps experiment with input temperatures to provide more interesting secondary byproducts. My duplicants seem keen to commemorate this accomplishment by keeping the obstruction as something as a trophy. Imperative achieved. Full steam ahead. Though the journey has been long and marked by challenges that often seemed insurmountable, we have prevailed in harnessing this planet's core potential. We now stand proudly at the precipice of a substantially powered future. It's deeply humbling. I am hopeful that we have learned enough to wield this machinery more wisely than those who came before us. Hey everybody, we got our first full-fledged achievement here. Full steam ahead. So let's take a look. I'm gonna unpause and go back to full speed. And these guys should be going at a pretty decent rate. They're gonna have a bunch of molten lead in there, so I'm not too worried about the steam. I am gonna take a little bit of time, set up some proper locks and stuff, throw in some mechanized door locks, all that fun stuff. And I'm going to hook up our steam again. Let's see. That way our steam turbine can start working. And also so we can vacuum out this area here of all the steam and hopefully get that temperature down substantially. I do feel like we are potentially going to be needing a thermo aqua tuner down here to help cool it all off, but I'm not sure. We could probably stick it like right in here. But with all the heat that's going to produce, we'll need another steam turbine and so many things. So let me go ahead and mock up a quick one of those. We stick that guy there. An aqua tuner about right there. We're gonna need a thermo with, let's see, insulated pipes. I always forget. Let's see. Insulated pipes, and then a bridge. Insulated pipe in, up, and then I'll run you down need you to get back up. Oh, I'm running out of rooms. Okay, let's go ahead and do our radiant pipes real quick. Those in iron. And then insulated to there. We need some bridges. Need one there. And one there. Some insulation going up. And let's see, another bridge. Did I do that right? I always mess up the bridges. Needs to go past one. And then let's see, we're also going to need a bridge going down and in. What are you being made out of? Cancel that. Made you out of steel, yes. And let's see, liquid vent. And a regular liquid pipe to there and there. And then some insulated tile. Do it about like so. And it's all steam in there anyway, so we are good. And a couple ladders. So I'm gonna let them build this up, and we're gonna start cooling this area off. So once we get up here cooled off, we'll be able to cool off the rest a lot easier. And in all honesty, I do kind of want to unhook that for just a little bit until we get everything finalized and hooked up. And then I need to sweep. And this may be a little bit too hot, so I need iron and plastic. Did I unhook my plastic? I got plenty of plastic. So let's see, let's go ahead and... Now I was letting these guys cool off a little bit. We'll do like 50 iron. And we'll get some more plastic going too. Okay, everybody. I've done everything I can possibly think of to get this colony flowing again. It's too cold in some areas, too hot in others. Like, I cannot find that nice little happy medium area. Everything just keeps flooding. But we completed our goal. We definitely completed our goal. 8 kilograms of steel in here that I can't use because it's too hot. We got a steam turbine up here that I'm trying to get function to, you know, cool off everything else, but it is just too hot throughout this entire area. And now I'm dealing with starvation because all of my plants are being super needy and picky. These ones are too cold. These ones are too hot. Like, this base is just, it's going down. And I'm going down with this ship. And I cannot think of anything I can do to potentially save it. Yeah. I think this is gonna be goodbye. We cancel all of those. And we're gonna let that guy go off one more time and just watch. Because why not? And let's see. Yeah. Aside from going on a murdering spree and killing all the wild animals. Which, mind you, there should be a bunch of spigot seals everywhere. And that's probably the only thing left living here. I never did find any Paku. We got a bunch of Slicksters. I got my little oil well going again. But yeah, this is potentially the end of our little colonization. Everyone's getting stressed out. We're at 14% stress. I'm not sure where this water is coming from. Like, I have no idea. Unless stripping down from here. We got a carbon dioxide geyser there. We did find a carbon dioxide vent. So, you know, if we ever needed carbon dioxide, we are more than set. Unfortunately, we don't need carbon dioxide. So this is becoming a whole thing. I'm going to build a couple plates real quick. Let's see, we have a decent amount of iron. Let's see if we can harness some of that coolness from right there. We have a constant flow of, you know, everything. And let's take a look at our germs. Somehow this thing's not letting off, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, we explored a good chunk of the map. There's still a quarter-ish left to explore, but I do think I'm about to call this series because I am running out of things I can possibly do. Yes, we can go ahead and attack all of these, get some food, at least get some good barbecue that proceeds to fall all the way down. But we are getting sleet wheat, which we can make frost buns. I don't know how we only have 3 units though. And like there's nothing in our little refrigerator. I guess I need to figure out the whole proper circle here. So a lot of that's going stale. But he should be able to cook up some now. Let's see. Getting meat. Yep, and he's keeping on that sleet wheat. Our food is going up. Slowly but surely. We got 1,100 units of sleet wheat in there, so I don't know what's going on. So I gotta figure out how to get them to take from the refrigerators. Yeah, look at our food skyrocketing now. Frost buns are going up. I'm not sure why it won't take from there. Maybe what I need to do is... let's try this real quick. Just out of curiosity's sake for my hope. We have one right here. Can I put food in here? Let's see, sleet. I cannot. Okay. Let's see, solid materials. And I don't think I can stick... any sort of food in here, either just seeds. So it's gotta be a fridge. And I think we're just waiting on him to cook. Yeah, we got plenty of everything in there. So what is our chef doing? Like it just says no pen. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I just don't get it. If anybody can explain that to me, please do. Like, are you picking up frost buns? You are. So they should be getting delivered automatically. Yeah, automatically. There it goes. So that part's working. Let's go see if our little fix down here. Nope, still too hot. These temp shift plates are just not. They're not. So, as we say our final farewell to the uncomfortable friends, I would like to thank all of you for coming along for the journey. Finishing up all of our objectives, unlocking our last blueprint. Let's take a look and see what we get. Petal glitter balloons. That seems fitting. And let's see. Grain Reel was our longest living duplicate at 575 cycles. Congratulations, Grain Reel, for surviving, which means our other initial 2 had passed. But most of them are pretty close to the 5s. Take a look at your name on here. Tell me how long you survived down in the comments below. I am going to be doing this again, but what I want to do... go ahead and save and quit real quick, and I'll show you guys. This nice little prehistoric planet pack. Classic level, right there. Ooh, that is going to be a chore. because, yeah, we have the Demolier. You know what? Let's take a look real quick. The Prehistoric Planet Pack. So that's the Prehistoric Planet Pack. So if that is something you'd be interested in watching me attempt to play, yeah, let me know. If I do, I'm sorry now, because I have a feeling there's not going to be many survivors. You have like 200 cycles to go before you hit the, well, before the asteroid hits you. And you need interplanetary missiles, I believe. So let me know in the comments below, but otherwise this will be the final oxygen not included until I decide to play again. So until next time, everyone, stay froggy.